All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's cross over to Ayanda now. She is in Kloof Traffic Training College that's in Pretoria West, and she's actually talking to those that are in charge of the Ministry of Traffic. But let's actually just go over to Ayanda and find out who she's going to be chatting to this morning. Good morning to you, Ayanda.
We're waiting. Well, a very good morning to you, Leanne. You saw the visuals a little bit earlier, the parade that took place and the sounds of the wreath-laying mass choir behind me. These are just some of the traffic officials here present. They'll be forming part of a long list of stakeholders who will join the RTMC, or Road Traffic Management Corporation, in honoring some of the fallen traffic officers who died in the line of duty. 18 of them passed away during the 2015 financial year, and we'll be speaking to members of the RTMC. We'll be speaking to family members as well. In the program today, we're expecting the Tshwane Executive Mayor, Ramatlhodi, to be here as well. But my guest, Leanne, is also going to be someone who's quite instrumental in today's program. You know him usually as the Minister of Public Service and Administration, Mr. Ngoako Ramatlhodi, but he's here today in a temporary capacity, shall I say. He's acting as the Transport Minister in the absence of Minister Dipuo Peters. Minister Ramatlhodi, it's a huge pleasure to have you with us this morning. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning to your viewers. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about these 18 traffic officers who passed away. Let's talk about the causes of death.
We're looking at two categories on this occasion. We have got those who were killed, shot at, and we've got those who were involved in accidents, run over by vehicles. And these are the categories that we are honoring today. Heroes and heroines who have given their life for us to be safe and to be alive on the roads.
With the alarming rate of road rage in South Africa, I mean, it's not surprising to find out that various officials who serve in this capacity, die in the line of duty. But speak to us a little bit about some of the other dangers that are associated with being a traffic official.
Well, amongst others is, harsh weather conditions. You have subtle and unpronounced causes of discomfort for traffic officers. If you stay and you are in the rain and you have got to monitor the traffic, it is quite a very exhausting, taxing activity. And people swear at you, provoke you, seeking to solicit a reaction from you as a traffic officer. And when you do so, you are blamed for being rude and unfriendly and running contrary the principles of Batupili, because we are saying we've got to serve our people with honor. We must serve them with great appreciation that we come from them. Now, as we are in the public space, in the front line, because this is the front line desk activity, as we are in there, as traffic officers, we get all sorts of different people swearing at us, and those are the sorts of things. Killings.
I mean, I think it is an occupational hazard, I suppose, for them, because we motorists will transgress the rules, and then we see traffic officials who are merely trying to enforce the road rules as a menace to society, when it should be the other way around. However, unfortunately, I suppose the rotten apples, I should say, the select few who do solicit bribes, etc., tarnish the image of the majority? Because in my experience, I must be honest, I think out of, let's say, maybe a good 10 traffic officers who pull me over, maybe 1 or maybe 2 at the most have been the ones who solicit a bribe. The majority of them are just merely doing their job.
Well, those rotten apples we have to get out of the system as quickly as we can, and we must get them out as ruthlessly as we should. However, as you are saying, we should not allow that to damage the image of the entire force. Yeah.
How will we be remembering the fallen today?
Well, the relatives are here today who will be laying wreaths. Their names will be called, as happens in this sort of regime: military, paramilitary, police, traffic. We call their names, and you will find that when the roll call is called, they will not be there to answer, and then we know that that is the final moment they are gone.
Is there any compensation for family members who've been left behind in the case where perhaps the official was the sole breadwinner?
Well, I'm not aware of the actual details in here as acting minister. However, I think if there is none such, we should look at it very proactively. And they fall under the police, traffic officers, they fall under my department. I'm hardly 2 months there, and I'll be looking at that as well to make sure that you can't get children of people who are serving the nation left unattended too. So I'll look at it definitely in my capacity, in my other capacity. Right.
You're wearing different hats this morning, but perhaps this next question is also a little bit unfair considering that you are in an acting capacity. But I wanted to find out whether or not there's any conclusion in the cases where the officials have been run over deliberately or perhaps accidentally or murdered outright. Has there been any conclusion in the court cases that are underway? Would you know?
No, I would not. But the bottom line is anyone who attacks law enforcers is attacking the state. And that's the message we should send out, to say to the entire system, that is the judiciary, the police, and the prisons, anyone who attacks law enforcers must be viewed in a different light. They are attacking the state. And this is a universal rule across the world. I don't know why, maybe in our case, we seem to be slightly soft on those who are attacking law enforcers or killing them, for that matter.
We're in a traffic training college at the moment. We are seeing a number of trainees. We're seeing a number of officials and other stakeholders here. What sort of caliber are we looking for when it comes to traffic officers in the country?
They've got to be very calm, because the challenges of the calling is that you have got to be self-composed, you have to be calm, because you are going to be dealing with people who are unhappy with the job you are doing. So that for me is one requirement. Secondly, they have got to be, they've got to apply their minds very, very carefully when they interrogate the activities of their calling. And I think thirdly, we need people who care, basically, and who are unafraid to execute their duties. So they must do all these things. They must be, it is a basket or a package of requirements that we are looking for from a traffic officer.
Minister, thank you so much for joining us. Minister Ngoako Ramatlhodi speaking to us this morning in his acting capacity as a Transport Minister. I mean, spare a thought not only for the 18 who passed away, but also for those who still walk among us today. It's a catch-22 for traffic officials. They're damned if they do and damned if they don't. If they don't do their job and don't pull us over, we complain. If they do and pull us over on the highway, even during peak hour traffic, we complain nonetheless. But when it comes to law enforcement, I'm sure you and I both want to make sure that the road fatality is decreased to an absolute minimum and that we arrive alive and that we live in a safe, secure South Africa. So I think we should just be more considerate when we do handle traffic matters with that regard. We will continue to speak about such issues and more throughout the course of this broadcast. Do stay with us. Up next, I can tell you it is very, very hot where we are right now, but perhaps you'll want to find out what the weather has in store for you on your part of South Africa. So it's a very good morning to you, Tsietsi.